Hello, good morning. It's 11:24 Eastern Standard Time in Rockford, Michigan, and New York time. And we're going to start off doing these images that I've taken screen capture shots of the International Space Station. And last night was quite unique. I have it'll be shown that there will be three different type of planetoid objects, UFO orbs, if you want to say all those in order, and Nibiru, Wormwood, who knows. But here we go, and we got a special thing coming up. It's going to be weird, it's going to be freaky, and maybe I could be in danger for showing this. But it opened my mind last night, and it got me a little bit freaked out. Okay, here we go. All right, just beginning last night's thing, and we're just going to walk through them here. I'm going to advance it. As you can see, the ISS station is coming around down towards Antarctica, and then swings back up right across Australia. Right, I think about 1 something last night. Okay, they're changing, and we'll get to some interesting things here shortly. Just setting it up, see what the views are here. And that was quite a view. Tell me if that's a sloth or something, or see the monkey head somewhat. Anyways, keep going. Strange cloud systems, you see. Okay, right there, you probably can't see it, but there is a reddish dust cloud anomaly. Call it the red dot, reddish. It appears same time, usually while this is the back view again of the International Space Station. I call it the back because it's on the backward movement of with the Earth, and this is showing near Antarctica. In the background is Antarctica. All right, so that's the start. All right, and you can't quite make it out here, but it's there, definitely there. All right, we just advanced it a few more times. There it is. There it is again. Try to point it out by blowing it up. I can see it a little bit there. It just depends on your screen, I guess, if you're going to capture it, because you can see the blurriness. The spacecraft is excellent in view, but the background is blurred, I think on purpose. And they keep changing. Here we are, the swing. Usually the best shots are on the way up from the bottom. So we'll just continue. There it is. I can see that plain day, and you should too there. I blew it up, and you can see it. Let's go back. That's it right there in the middle. Like I said, that one barely shows, but you're going to have another one come up here. Yeah, that's starting to show. Is that Nibiru that's out there? If you've seen these International Space Station, it gets really blue and then reddish at the tip, meaning comet, meteor, Nibiru, whatever, wormwood. All right, that's still there. There we are, our first show at the coming out of, it seems like it's coming out of Soyuz emergency craft, but it's not. It's in back. It just happened to come down in that area of the space, which yesterday, or now 2 days ago, it was over by the red dot in the middle that it was. So it's just depends on the tracking and the looping of the spacecraft against that planetoid. orb object that's always there, seemed like in about the same position. But like I said, here we go. We got the two, the red and the gray anomalies, planetoids. There you go. There's a close-up of both of them. Yeah, it seems like it dropped out of there, but it's not. It came down from underneath, or in back of. And there's a close-up there, and there's another one. And you can see it's going to start moving as I click on the still images taken from last night, about 1:30. And there's the close-up of that gray object. It's actually just being illuminated by the sun. So we know it's close to somewhere in our solar system that the sun's being reflective. And if it's either so large that it's way out there, or it's close, it's Earth size, Venus size or something, and it's close. All right, let's continue. That's the close-up. And you can see it's dropping almost down to the other Soyuz with the solar panel and the foreground. And I highlighted them again. And did NASA cut away? Yeah. And you come back and they've got it. The camera zoomed back, so it shows more of the Soyuz second craft, and it's already down below it. Also, the middle reddish planetoid is gone because when it pulls back, that goes up above in the view screen, and we'll see that later. I think if we continue, if you continue, and if they continue and let me see it, you'll be able to see it. Of course, 30 seconds later, you take the time. It's down here. It's being okay. You take the time that they cut away. 1:54:24 and 1:55:08. So that's 10 seconds. I said 30, but it was about 10 seconds, and it's different because they moved the lens. Okay. Anyways, now they're going forward, and you can see they're going over Australia right now, just on the eastern side of the middle. Okay. We'll just keep going because there's something that'll freak you out that I was totally amazed with. This is where it starts. There's some unusual cloud formations in here. Here you go. Oh, let's go back. You see the ball. I thought first I saw it and I was, oh, planetoid. They got one down there near the clouds, but on closer look, right, there's the planetoid, and there's the box highlighted in both. Yeah, let's see if I get a blow up. Okay. Yeah, what is this thing? Look at the striation, like a box. I mean, how do you have a cloud that has right angles? And there's other goofy things in here. They're almost animal-like or robotic-like figures. Here's another. How do you figure this one? It's straight across. It's like on a plate that this globular being or entity is something else. It just blows my mind. Okay, it's warning me I'm approaching my limit, so I'm gonna have to do it. Looks like in two, but this just freaks me out on every time I've looked at this. And here we are I left off at I think 208. Yep. I'll start at this one. All right. Okay. This is going forward up the track. You can see the space station by Australia. This is where I left off, and this is where I started getting into the strange cloud formations. And this is where I start looking at more closely. All right, yeah, it's freaking me out. All these little teeny cloud formations are just surprisingly like this one. What in the heck is that? It's got a right angle in a cloud, and different. All of a sudden, it's a different color too. Everything else around here is dark black or gray, and this is pink and red. All right, and we'll just keep going around. Not much down there. It's mostly over here, and you can see that. Okay, so we're moving on. Yeah. Anyways, I showed you this before in the other video, but it gets a little freaky here when you really do a close-up of it. Can you understand it? Can you understand what I'm looking at here? Cloud formations. The top. And remember, there was that one video where in an airplane they saw a robotic-like figure. It was huge, tall, walking amongst the clouds. So do we have is this a housing above the above Australia that there's an entity situation? I mean, there's these things that look like machine things. Here's another right angle. More objects that are, I'm going to have to work on. See, there's that one that this is a blow up. So anyways, I got to get going. There's a lot of stuff here. Again, there's that pink right on white anomaly. And like I said, all throughout that black area, just this is where I blew it up again, and made some. And you tell me that that's something, not eyes. Here's a figure, almost a robotic or whatever, entity holding something. There's the feet, there's the arm, there's maybe another arm here. Something here is on it. I don't know what's tailing off there, but there's other things here. I've got to keep going because I'm going to run out of time again. But it's blown up again. Always starts out. There's that entity. There's some over here that were really freaky. I thought I should have it outlined. But there was some of these that had eyes on them. Black against a gray. All right, there's a figure or two, possibly, entities. There's that right angle again. Something down here in the forward box in the rectangular. Then inside the cloud, what's going on here? There's the right angles with like a building that's popping out. You'd think this would be Mars. or the moon. But it's not. It's in our clouds on top of the clouds from the ISS station looking straight down at the as they pass over. Now, just as I got into this, they cut out. So this is it. This is it. I'm going to probably get blacked out here on, I don't know how many copies I took of this. Making several references to different areas. There's a box. Okay. There's another box. There's that one entity. Seems like this, the entity that's holding something up in the upper left there. And more strange, like buildings, almost. And others are machinery. Yep, certainly weird. Okay. They blacked out. We're back to this. I can see, I think, the red dust cloud, right? You might not be able to see it, but they went back to this, and the upper one now, it's close up again. As you can see, you don't see that second Soyuz. So they brought it up close, and then that's why you see the red dot, and then they black it out again. And this is the first time I've seen this arm out. And this is a strange contraption they've got on this side. I don't know why. Maybe it's for the ground or the clouds to see that they are doing something. I don't know, but we're going to look at some of these cloud formations here coming up. Those are almost square. Okay, so how do you get a square-looking cloud on the top? And we're going to look at this stuff too on the left. All right, blacked out. Okay, here. Clouds look like cities, machine parts. All right. As we get closer. I think I'm going to do probably, see how the light is changing on that object that the arm is holding. So it looks different. See, this is a walking entity with pipe. Do you see that? Building on clouds. Okay, let's see if I can do that. All right, I'm going to try to get down to that entity. All right, you see that? Looks like he's got in his arm a long tube, and maybe in the other side he's got a long tube. But that entity, it looks like he's grabbing that strange tube that's probably 1,000 feet long or more. If that's, if that's what we're seeing. But it sure looks weird. Okay, and you can see these different types of formations here that look like a nuclear power plant up there in the clouds. Who knows? All right, I got to keep going because we're going to run out. I've got to get to, what's this device? 2 entities. All right, let me pop that up real quick. Yeah, I got to move it by clicking. Move it around with the cursor. Okay, so those are weird clouds, don't you think? It's sticking up maybe 1,000, 2,000 feet. I mean, this strange tail off here to the left, to the corner, different colors. This is, it's just too weird. And this guy here looks like an entity, robotic itself. So you tell me. Okay, 2.8 is right here. I left off with these strange things. Anyways, this is John Hoyt. I'm back looking at these still images I took at 2 a.m. As you can see, last night while the International Space Station, let me back up or go forward. These are the strange buildings, it seems like. Look at all those right angles. Just take a minute and look at that center. And that's what these close-ups do, is it brings it right down and has people look at it. There's another right angle we looked at before. It used to be pink, probably because of the sun. And then you got these other strange entities and buildings and whatever. Even got some things with these with eyes on them, it look like, and definitely entities. But anyways, we'll do the third. This is the third one. Walking through these 150 images. It just really freaks you out if you really look at them closely. Anybody that wants some of these individual slides, let me know. And of course, when we bounce back to this rear that's showing towards Antarctica, the dust cloud was there. And of course, they blocked it out. And here we are with this. I already went through these machine parts. So I'm actually doing part of, oops, I want to go back. Look at that, right underneath the arm, there's that greenish thing with the cloud, the white cloud, the ones that look like a squared off building. It's probably because of this, also the shadows, but the arm is out for the first time that I've seen in over a month. Okay, you can see where the station is. Again, this is the problem. I think it's the second loop that we're making around. And I noticed all these individual images besides the arm robotic figure there. There you go. You see they're walking with some kind of a tube or pipe or something. Just going to describe what my brain is seeing. And the buildings over to the right, as I said, it looked like a nuclear plant. And there's two entities. I blew that up for you. Oh, that's right. The thing won't, when I blow it up here, the ScreenCastify won't recognize that magnification. I have to do it and then put it on a single slide. And I didn't do that. Here we are, talking about Nibiru again. As you can see, there's the left, there's some shadows, and I think this is a box that the webcam sits in, and the light just hits it right, and all that interior will show. As I've seen that kind of a blue ball underneath that same area of the Soyuz underneath the solar panel, the left solar panel. So, and I see it not over the necessarily over Antarctica, but every time we go through a light and darkness time, you'll see it pop up big time. Okay, we're just going to move on and different views. And here we go again. We're into these strange clouds. And I did a different take on it. I did a negative on this. This is some of the objects that I came back with. It looks completely different in a negative view. And this is a red red crop, negative. As you can see, they're the same thing. And I think this is a blue, or no, this is just a regular. I'm just showing the difference between the colors, just like they do on Mars and Moon. You do a different phase or different colors to see if what you're seeing is actually there in different lights, or it might be something else in the lights you might see in the. This is the blue, not blue but yellow. Right here, this showed a little bit more definition. And here they are. That's something I never knew that clouds could have this, but I haven't seen this only in the area around Australia. So what the heck is going on with Australia? I have no idea. You can see this is 5:09 in the morning. Went 3 hours. So that's 2 loops, 90 minutes, 93 minutes exact to go around. And this is near Africa, I think we're entering. That you'll see when I go back out of here, when they knock me off. Okay, second loop from Northeast Australia. Okay, we still are here. Oh, this is between, I think, Indonesia, right, and Australia. Yep. Why is there black objects on top of clouds? You got that right. It's not shadow. You could see inside, it could be, but it's outside. And why is this so light? Why are these different objects there? You know? Anyways, keep on going. Otherwise, that's what it looks like without my editing marks, boxes and circles and alphabet messages, notes. And then we get into a little bit more, a little bit of strange thing. I looked at it closely and there wasn't a whole lot of determination. There you go. That's the best I could do. Right in the center, there's that thing that's kind of sticking out that's got a, like you want to grab a handle to it and pull it out. Anyways, funny structures for a cloud. And there's a right hand. There's a bunch of flat pieces with right angles to them. So that's what I said. It pulled my attention to it. Yep, the anomalies in clouds. Looks like you're on the moon or on Mars, and that's a valley in there. And look at this. We have a anomaly that looks like a planetoid to the upper left. Just amazing. I didn't blow that one up either. And is that Nibiru or is that the reflection inside? That's it. Are these reflections from webcam housing or Nibiru type object? The reason why I don't think so is because it's always underneath the same solar panel. I mean, if this thing was showing up and this International Space Station always had different trips, just like the planetoid that I showed you. The planetoids move, but this thing doesn't. That's why I think it's a reflection. Okay, we're almost at our limit, so that's it. We're gone. We're done. Thank you for looking, and we'll talk to you later on something else. This is John Hoyt. Okay, we have something going on here. There's a movement right here, an object that's coming into sight. Here's the dust cloud that we might say is a meteor, maybe, or a comet. Oh, shit, they blocked it out. Oh, sorry, guys. Oh, man. Right there. See it? Don. Wow. Okay, we have the we've got a space anomaly underneath the thing. It came underneath the solar panel from the Soyuz emergency. Do you see it?
Take a picture.
I did, and I'm taking a screen. I'm online right now, live.
Oh, yeah.
This is John Hoyt live. We're watching this something that came off around the top of the solar panels and then sifting slowly down. And I'll be able to blow this up. I'm taking pictures as we show it. Now, the other red anomaly has finally disappeared. That was there too, Don, across from the solar panels. Now, maybe this is that planet I've been seeing.
This is the same planet.
As you see, it's in a different position now, and actually it was smaller up there by the solar panels. And here's disappearing. That is a total. See, they took it off again. This is a total anomaly that it's out there, Don. Something's out there. I thought first, man, it's a spacewalker. Let's see if it comes back. Oh, no, it's gone. Okay, folks, you saw it live. We've been looking for that same object and but this was totally different. It was totally different tonight because it showed it above as a little man coming across the solar panel and then down back of the solar panel, and then it started showing as a planet, more of a planet size as it left the closeness of the space vehicle. But at least I got to see how it starts out. And I've got some, like I said, I've got some photos on it. So, hey, something new happened tonight. So it's great to see. It's not a film or something in the box of the webcam. It's definitely something, along with that reddish cloud that was right in the middle of the screen. Now I'm seeing something far off, right in the middle above the Earth. There's like two white dots, and there's one over here to the right. It's another white dot. I got three now showing across the Earth above. I gotta start taking pictures. It's not my screen isn't dirty. And I'll blow those up and see what I can find. Okay, what are these over here? Have I got more? No, I think that was dirt from the screen.